Hi, welcome back to my advice channel. I'm so excited for today's video because it was actually a recommendation from one of you guys. Somebody recommended that I do 30 things that I've learned in 30 years. I'm actually 31 and I want credit for every godforsaken year that I've spent on this earth. I'm actually not going to do 31 things I learned in 31 years because we would be here for 31 years. You guys know how much I like to talk. I started making my list and I basically distilled it into the things that I think are the most important for other people to hear and things I've never really talked about before. The second thing I wanted to tell you is on my last video, my mother was just like, I couldn't watch the video. I was just lost in all the nice comments. So if you want to leave my mom a message in the comments, she'll be trolling the comments. She won't even watch my video. All right, housekeeping is out of the way. Let's go ahead and get started. The first life lesson I've learned is I am as unconquerable as I choose to be. And it's worded in that way for a very specific reason, because I could have said I'm unconquerable. Not true. I choose to be unconquerable many instances, and that's what makes me unconquerable. Choose is the operative word. It is a choice. Anytime I have come up against a personal battle, doesn't matter if it's work stuff, career stuff, relationship stuff, health stuff, it's always up to me whether those things defeat me or I defeat them. Last year, I had one of my viewers write me this beautiful email that haunts me in the best way because it was just so well written, grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, amazing. She asked me a question that has stayed with me since I read that email, and it's, how do I protect my spirit from the heavy helpings of darkness that life deals me? I replied to her, lengthy response. It was like 2 or 3 paragraphs. And I will tell you guys exactly what I told her. The first thing is manage your expectations. If you genuinely think that you're gonna get to a place in life, you're gonna reach the pinnacle, the mountaintop, and then nothing bad's gonna happen, you're in for a trip. Prepare to be wildly disappointed in life because that's not how it works. We are all facing battles and struggles all the time. It doesn't matter how much success you have. I don't care if you're in the perfect relationship. I don't care how much money you make. Life is always throwing you curveballs. Come to accept that as a reality. And in fact, what I do is, what's next? What else? What else do you got? Because every time I overcome something, it strengthens my resiliency and I believe in myself more. And that's the second thing is, if you've made it this far, you've probably overcome many battles and you're not giving yourself enough credit. So you're afraid of the unknown and you're afraid of what's next, and you've already beat shit in the past. Bet on yourself. So take a look at what you've accomplished and give yourself some credit. There is nothing that can come up that you can't overcome. And trust me, there have been many moments in my life where I've been like, I don't know if I can do this. And then I do. I believe in being a life alchemist. I believe in taking shitty things in life and turning them into gold. And I think when you can master that is when you become free and you become fearless. It's a choice. It's a choice to be defeated or to defeat whatever is your personal battle right now. So if you're watching this and you're going through something at home, keep that in mind, that you do have a choice. I know it feels like you don't, but you do. To answer the question that I got from the viewer about protecting your spirit against the heavy helpings of darkness that life deals you, my answer, my final sentence to her was, I don't have to protect my spirit because it was built to endure, and so was yours. My darkness has been my gift because I could not sit here and create the content that I create and tell the stories that I do on here and on Snapchat and on Facebook if I didn't have the moments where I faced difficulty. If I had lived a fairy tale life, I would not be the person I am today. You don't need to live from a place of fear. You need to live from a place of whatever comes at me, I got this. That's what it means to be unconquerable. That's what it means to choose to be unconquerable. The second thing I've learned in life is that I had to drastically change my relationship with money. A lot of you guys know growing up, I was poor. My family was poor. We didn't have a lot. Everything was scarce. Everything. Money was scarce. Food was scarce. It was rough. And I think that if you relate to that and if you grew up or you're currently living in a situation where there just isn't enough, then this is something that's gonna resonate with you. Because I had that kind of upbringing, my relationship with money was really fucked up, and that's putting it lightly. My dad would say things like save money for a rainy day or money doesn't grow on trees. And believe it or not, especially when you hear those things at a young age, they stay with you. They become your truths. It gives you the idea that money is scarce and there isn't enough for everyone and you'll never make money. So I spent a lot of my adult years just thinking like there just isn't enough money. I had to change all of that. I want to share an analogy with you that I don't know who to credit it to because now I've heard it from so many people. I don't know who the first person was, but the first time I heard this analogy, it was my eureka moment. And this was very recent for me, within the last few years. And I immediately started changing my relationship with money. So here's where we start. First, let's make a quick short list about things that we think about either money or people with money. And I'll just pull from my own experience. And these are things that I believed. Either I came to this conclusion or they were taught to me by my parents. Things that we think about people with money. We think they are evil. We think they are selfish. We think that the only way to make a lot of money is by taking advantage of people. We think people with money are superficial. We think they are greedy. Did I already say that? These are things that people think about money or people with money. Now, I want you to personify money. Instead of calling it money, let's call it Alex. It can be a boy, a girl, whatever sort of relationship you want it to be. Let's just say it's a friend. Your friend Alex, now take those same traits and attribute them to Alex. Alex is selfish. Alex is greedy. Alex makes money by taking advantage of people. Alex is materialistic. Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe, if Alex is your friend and you believe these things about Alex, that you're gonna behave in a way that's going to make Alex come closer to you or push Alex further away from you? I remember hearing that and being like, wow, I have a lot of work to do. Those things about money or people with money are not true. Money is a neutral thing. Money doesn't make people good. It doesn't make people evil. It might exasperate certain traits, but I know a lot of people who have little to no money and they're pretty fucking evil. So money doesn't dictate your character. You dictate your character. Money just gives you freedom because that's what exists in today's world. I know there are people that are gonna wanna argue like money shouldn't exist and we should talk about how we can change our society so we don't need money. That's all great, but to me, I'm here. It's 2017. This is my life and I'm running out of time. So I'm not here to have really meaningless discussions about how we're gonna get rid of money. It ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. I accept this reality and I'm telling you right now that if you don't have a good relationship with money, you will never have it. You wanna know who's never gonna have money? Go to an Instagram post, go to a YouTube video, go to anything where somebody's sharing nice handbags, nice shoes, nice car, nice house. Look through the comments. The people commenting that that person is materialistic or I can't believe how much you've changed and I can't believe you spend like this. Those are the people that are never gonna have money because they have issues with money. You will never attract what you detest. Just like Alex, if you thought all those things about Alex, you're not gonna act in a way that's gonna make Alex be a better friend to you. Alex is not gonna be your best friend. Alex is gonna be your enemy and you're gonna push Alex further and further away. So keep that in mind as you think about money. The other thing is money makes you free. It does. Money gives you freedom. You don't need to be rich. You don't even need to be a millionaire. Do you know that you don't even need to be a millionaire to be part of the top 1% in America? You don't even have to be a millionaire. The goal here is not to say like you should go out and you should want to be a millionaire, but if you need more money in your life because right now you're in survival mode, and trust me, I know what that feels like and it's not fun. But if you're in survival mode and you're trying to figure out like, I gotta find a way to like get a better job or get a promotion. If you have a shit relationship with money, you're not gonna think that you're worthy and you're going to push it away. Fix your relationship with money, everything else comes next. I would really love to find a book to recommend to people and I'm in the process of reading a couple different ones to see which one I like best. But if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them below. And if this resonated with you, especially that analogy, think about your relationship with money and definitely think about fixing it. The third life lesson I've learned, if you're taking notes, this is Roman numeral number 3. This is exactly what I want you to write. Fuck being the cool girl. Especially this is a message to my female viewers. And this is a message about standards and about what society tells women to do, especially in romantic relationships. Have you guys ever seen the movie Gone Girl? Anybody? I went and saw that in theaters with my mom and my sister, and there is a part in the movie where she does this monologue about being the cool girl, and I remember she starts talking about it, and I grabbed my sister's arm and I was like, oh my god, my sister and I have been having this conversation about the cool girl for now well over a decade. Here's how I want to explain this. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. My friend and I went to Cheesecake Factory for lunch, and we were sitting in half booths. And if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory and sat in the half booths, you basically sit on top of other people. It's fine cheesecake, I get it, it's about the bottom line. The more space, the more people, the more money. Good for you. However, we were sitting next to two women that looked like they were maybe in their mid-20s, late 20s, and they were also having lunch, and because they're so close, you kind of eavesdrop. You can't help it, right? Both of them are sitting at lunch, phone on the table, face up. So during lunch, one of them, she's sitting catty corner from me, gets a text and goes, "Oh my God, it's Steve." And the other friend sitting next to me goes, "Oh my God, I thought you haven't heard from him in a long time." And the other girl goes, I haven't heard from him in weeks." And the friend says, "Well, what did he say?" And the other girl goes, "He said, hey, you." Then the friend goes, "Well, are you gonna respond?" And the other girl is having a roller coaster of emotion. Like, we've all been there, you know? Like, we've all like gotten the text from somebody and we didn't expect it. So we're like, am I mad? Am I happy? Am I feeling an emotion I've never felt before? Do I wanna hurt somebody? Well, what's happening? And she pauses and she goes, "What should I say?" And her friend goes, "You should just be cool. Just be cool." I wanted to pick up the girl's phone and to chuck it to the other side of Cheesecake Factory where they have full booths and lots of privacy. I just want to be like, boop, fuck Steve, fuck being the cool girl, and fuck your shitty friend. But I didn't. I took another bite of the chicken Madeira and kept my mouth busy eating instead of bitching. Here's why I have a problem with that. When her friend tells her to just be cool, to be the cool girl, she's basically saying, text him back, forget your standards. You should just be nice and be pleasant to be around, and don't be so fussy and don't be bitchy and don't complain about whatever happened. Just be cool. Fuck that. By her texting good old Steve, if she just says, "Hey, you back," or "Hey, what's up," or pretends like everything's cool and texts him back right away, she's basically saying to Steve, she might as well send a text that says, "I do not respect myself. You can treat me however you want to treat me, and I will always be here. When you decide to show up, I will be here at your goddamn convenience." That's what it means when somebody tells you to just be cool, when somebody has crossed a boundary or has failed to meet your standard. If the friend had said, just be cool, meaning be indifferent, it took him, well, let's just guess, she said weeks, 3 weeks to text you, you can take 6, 9, 12, fucking forever to text him back. That would be one thing. Even if her friend had said, well, he said, "Hey, you," to you, you should say "fuck you" to him, although I wouldn't promote that, that's still better than telling her friend to just be cool. And the thing that I hate the most about it, I'm like jumping out of my chair, is that women say it to other women. Why? Why do we do that to each other? Why do we tell each other to lower our standards? That's so mind-boggling to me. You are better than that. You deserve better than that. Please, 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 if you are ever in that moment, please choose to be anything else. Be the smart girl. Be the self-respecting girl. Be the strong girl. Fuck being the cool girl. Here's the thing about the cool girl. The cool girl is liked by everyone because she's not fussy, but she is rarely respected. And cool girl goes home and she doesn't like her life and she doesn't like herself. I promise you that. Let's all stop telling our sisters and our daughters and our friends and our coworkers and our peers as women, let's stop telling other women to just be cool. You have a right to have standards. And Steve, fucking Steve, "Hey, you" is a boring text. That's not a question. You're not asking me a question. And if Steve, let's say something crazy happened in Steve's life, great. Explain yourself. You don't just disappear on people and then reappear and think people are gonna make time for you. A text with "hey, you" is what cowards do. Pick up the phone, and if she doesn't answer, you explain yourself to goddamn voicemail. That's what you do. Or you send a bouquet of flowers, or you take her out to dinner and you explain yourself, because a girl's gotta eat. And you know what? She owes you jack shit until she decides she wants it to be something. I firmly believe that we collectively raise our standards for other human beings when we each individually not just have standards, but we uphold them in a very firm way. And I think that if we, especially as women, I think if we can all do that, we live in a better world. Please Stop telling other women to be the cool girl. And last but certainly not least, one of the things that I've learned in life is that success is in serving humanity. When I was younger, I thought success was me buying a Lamborghini and being the CEO of GE, very specifically. I have learned in my life that that's not what success looks like. Success is when you can help other people as much as you help yourself. And it has little to do with money. The amazing thing is when you serve humanity, money is oftentimes a byproduct of that. When you offer people something that actually makes their life better. So I want to drive a Lamborghini because I want to get it out of my system and I want to see how that feels. And if I buy a Lamborghini one day, don't judge me, because I guarantee you the money that bought that Lamborghini is money that came from helping people, because that's where my heart is these days. I do so many coaching sessions with you guys, and so many people are in their early 20s, and it blows me away how many people say, I just want to help other people. And because of that, because of the things you guys say, you have restored my faith in humanity. I know a lot of people are cynical about the world and the state of the world. The world, first of all, is not that bad at all. No matter what your job is, even if you can serve humanity on nights and weekends, that's what you should do. It's not just good for the world that we live in, but it's also good for your soul. When you give to other people, even if you go through the Starbucks line and you pay for the person behind you, that's serving humanity. You have no idea what the person behind you, if they're late for work, if they've had a tough weekend, if they're going through their own battles. It makes a difference. And it's the little things like that if each of us decided that we wanted to contribute to the world in that way, and we took a responsibility for fellow mankind, we would live in a better place. And that's probably easily one of the most important things that I have learned, especially as I've left my corporate career and I've started to create my own life and do the things that I want to do. I will always serve humanity in one way or another. And that wraps it up. I hope those were good. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you learned something. I hope it awakened something inside of you. Thank you guys so much for everything. Can't wait to read your comments. My mom can't wait to read your comments either. Watch my video? No. Read your comments? Yes, you are her children. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.